got one camera.
Pretty good ways up there.
Yeah, I went a little further than I thought. But I'm gonna get on the other side here, since get your good side here. All right, I want Gary here, so let's see. We're kind of doing, working on paddling efficiency, trying to get more speed out of a certain heart rate. So again, we talked about trying to get a fixed course so you can try some things. So try to keep your heart rate where at your maximum, or maybe just under. And if you work on trying to shorten your stroke a little bit, so I think if you want a little more speed, you might be able to get it by taking your paddle out just a little quicker. And I would keep your paddle from bearing too much. Another thing, if somehow you could bury your paddle a little bit faster, you know what I mean? You're actually pretty efficient going in. Some people have that fanning, you know what a fanning is? It's where they reach this up like this, and then they, right? You don't have any of that wasted motion. I don't see a lot, which is really good. But it looks like one of the things you can do is slice it in from the side a little bit, instead of coming in like straight in. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. Like
Coming from the side.
Yeah, like this is coming in straight in.
Yeah.
Where if you kind of slice it in, sometimes you can go a little quicker that way. Like I think what Steve does, I mean, you know, if you get some video, send you a couple clips of Steve, because he's got, you know, one of the most efficient. You know, I tend to fan. Both Rich and I tend to fan at the Rankin and Trait. And what we do, what's even worse than fanning, is that it's like we go backwards like this. You know, here's the Rankin, and you can see Rich from a long way off. You can see someone going like this, fanning, and bringing the paddle down. And I don't know if that's genetic or what, but if I don't think of what I'm doing, I gravitate.
You think my paddle's vertical enough? I mean,
yeah.
I mean, as far as that goes, it's not across this way.
No, I think that's
you know, whenever I was watching you in a bunch of videos, one with Holly Reynolds,
yeah,
and she holds the paddle up here.
You know, she's strong. She can do that.
I mean, I couldn't believe that how far up on the handle that her bottom hand is. I mean, if you look at the videos, I mean, her hand is clear up in here somewhere.
Yeah, but don't ever challenge
well,
her.
I wouldn't. I mean, I know how.
But seriously though, she is really strong. And Mark Gillespie will do that too.
Yeah.
And people that are super strong, you know.
Yeah, I just couldn't paddle. I mean, I get up there, the fulcrum is too close.
Right. But
I noticed that about her.
Yeah.
That whenever she was paddling in your boat.
Yeah.
Her hand was way up on the hand.
And you know what's amazing about that for a stern guy? I don't know if it's because how it holds her blade, but she always had like this really powerful, like right at the beginning. And Todd Roadman's like that too. Like right at the beginning, she's got this little jerk. Now I'm not sure how efficient that is. I mean, obviously she's the fastest woman in the world as far as I'm concerned. But it's so easy to follow her for timing. And Todd Roadman's the same way. It's like, you know, certain people, you can just click. You know, Al Shaver's the same way. You know, they just develop this. They're just very explosive at the beginning. I don't know if they just drive it in, and it's so easy to feel, and I can match it, and then we fly. And actually, Lee Barnett from Michigan, I don't know if you know that, one year, I met him at the Asable the following year. He said, hey, let's do the 70. And like, we got the boat once. The next day we raced the 70, and all of a sudden we were in second place.
Wow.
We went from like, I don't know what we were, 7th or 8th on the lake, And as soon as we hit that shallow water after the dam, it was like we were picking people off like every 30 seconds. It was amazing. Now it took us a while, but all of a sudden we were in second place. We were, well, Surge was way up ahead. So we caught up to the second place boat, which was Matt Reimer and maybe Josh Sheldon or somebody. But I remember, so Matt Reimer's from Michigan, and he was working with Lee Barnett to get him practiced up. So here we are, you know, nobodies, right? And we actually catch up to Matt Reimer. And I remember Matt looked over and says, "That's the last time I'm training any Michigan paddlers for you guys," you know.
And who are you?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think Matt was truly nervous. He just knew that we were matched up really well in shallow water, and likely once we hit Goodyear Lake, you know, we couldn't keep that up. But I'll tell you what, in shallow water, there's some people, if you're matching up perfectly,
Yeah.
the boat just flies. And but Holly was another one. Matter of fact, Holly and I first raced up at the Red Moe, or not Red Moe, it was up at Driftwood, the Emporium race up there.
Uh-huh.
I forget what they call it. But, and it was just amazing. We got in that boat, and I remember Rich and Tom Del Donovan were racing as well in our class, you know, we were in the open class. And we popped out so quick, and Rich and Tom, they were the next fastest boat. I kind of wanted to paddle with somebody. I said, "Holly, let's just kind of relax, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Let Rich and Tom catch us." So they finally caught us, and we were like, "Look at them, right?" I don't know what happened. And then we started picking it up again. I looked behind me, and they were like 100 feet back. I said, "Okay, Holly, I guess let's just go." So we ended up, you know, passing everybody.
I beat Todd Rodman in the Bloody Run.
Oh yeah?
Him and his brother
Yeah.
for $100. Gary and I beat him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's a true story.
That's great.
On his home course.
Yeah. Did they have a...
In an 18, well, we both had 18.5 foot alumacrafts.
Was this in the early days? Of,
Huh?
Was this in the early days?
Oh, this was in the early days when they had the triathlon there too.
Uh-huh.
Bloody Run triathlon, and my kids were actually, my wife ran, and me and my daughter canoed.
GoPro